from prison or the rappelling down from Shanghai, but that third level blew my mind. So I am really loving Double Agent, and it's a Splinter Cell game I actually finally see myself finishing. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But that's all we're going to talk about for what we've been playing. We've got better things to talk about. Like I said, we got Activision versus the Infinity Ward saga. We got Monster Hunter. We got our new Steam platform, and we got our NPD Reports. So let's get down.
Main event.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about our first topic. It's going to be Activision versus Infinity Ward. This has been a lawsuit going on over the game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and the firing of their heads. Before we start, if you guys are not informed, I'm going to go ahead and give you the facts of what has happened. Okay, so what happened is Infinity Ward has always been wanting to make different games besides Call of Duty, and Activision has been publishing them, and they want them to make Call of Duty games. So the way publishers and developers work is that when a developer makes the game, they literally will take a game, this is Infinity Ward, will make all the stuff and make a functional game. What the publisher does is the publisher has, literally has so many slots bought out in GameStop, and then they fill those slots with the games they want to put in there. So the publisher has to like your game in order to get one of those spots. There's other outlets to get you games, but publishers guarantee you to have spots in the store. So Activision wants Infinity Ward to make Call of Duty games, and Infinity Ward does not want to make Call of Duty anymore. So they signed this contract, and the contract said, we're going to go ahead and make Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but you're going to give us the opportunity to make more games later. Make something else, a different IP. And, if it's a good game and you like it, Activision could, of course, deny it if the game sucked. They would publish it, and they would put it in stores. So what ended up happening is that after they make Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the heads of Infinity Ward got fired, and Activision claimed some kind of conspiracy and some kind of thing going on where they were not being a detriment to the company, and they fired the heads, and these were big guys.
Well, the idea is that apparently Vince Zampella and Jason West, I believe,
yes.
were going towards EA with possible, game ideas.
Exactly.
So they're sort of saying that they're violating their contract, so it's sort of like a suit-countersuit sort of situation.
And then the big problem is that, and then these guys are now out of job or whatever, and they're fired out of Infinity Ward, fired out of everything, and now what Activision is refusing to do is pay them money, and they are owed some $48 million in royalties or some astronomical number of money.
Well, yeah, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is probably one of the most successful games ever.
The conspiracy theory is that Activision wanted to make Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and then embezzle the money. That's the conspiracy theory, and we're going to go ahead and give our opinion on this whole situation. It's kind of a touchy topic, but if anyone is interested, Zampella and West have started their own developer called Respawn Games. And they maybe will have something for us at E3. It's quite possible. They're powerful guys, and they might have something to show for it. But as of right now, people are dropping from Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward is leaving, and people are dropping out and going to Respawn or going somewhere else. And what I'm saying by people dropping out, these aren't secretaries. These are lead graphic designers, and these are big people. So
is it 26 or 36 people now?
I don't know exactly the number, but it's up there, and Infinity Ward is dropping apart. We've touched on this a couple episodes ago. So, what do we feel about this whole situation between Activision and Infinity Ward? Who wants to start? Does anyone want to stab at this? I've talked enough.
Go ahead. I guess I will.
Rans is taking the throne.
Yeah, as much as I loved Modern Warfare, I was very upset with Modern Warfare 2, and that's noticeable because Activision basically pushed Infinity Ward to completing it on time. They didn't give them enough time to really complete it, which is why it was quickly overdone. It was just more stuff was thrown into the mix instead of what needed to be. And
Well, I would disagree with that. I think Modern Warfare 2 was a.
it was a good game, but
I think
it
we
did
did
more
this last
testing.
episode.
They did
but
need a
it's
little
not-
more time for
Well, I
testing,
mean,
but-
as far as the testing goes, yeah,
you
but
can definitely see that
It
the
could
stuff
have been,
was.
like polished a little bit.
Well,
more.
he's probably alluding to the bugs
Yeah,
and the
I mean,
multiplayer.
yeah,
the
I know,
beta
but
testing would have.
overall, it's one of the better games that was released last year. So I mean, just going back to the whole Infinity Ward thing, it wasn't like that was the main issue. The main issue is following the franchise.
Yeah, but anyway, what I'm saying is, like, although I didn't really like Modern Warfare 2 as much, I still wanted to see the end of the trilogy, Modern Warfare 3, conclude, and I don't think that's going to happen now with everyone leaving Infinity Ward, because basically Activision was going to say, we're not going to give you your royalties until you finish Modern Warfare 3, and everyone was like, screw you, I'm just going to quit and do something else. The people want me. I'm talking like as a perspective from like Infinity Ward person. Like, I developed Modern Warfare 2, I helped it, so it's one of the greatest selling games of all time. I think I can get hired by someone else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Activision is being a complete asshole, if you don't mind me saying.
Trust me, we've said worse. Remember,
We've
what was
said
it?
much worse.
Yeah, I remember the Bobby Kotick thing got out of control.
Yeah. Here's a basic concept for you, Activision, if you don't know. If you pay your employees, they'll do more stuff for you. How about that?
What? Really? What a concept.
Yes.
What is this? This payroll.
Yes.
Wait, when are we getting paid, by the way?
I want to see some money.
Someone
for
watches this show.
So Activision, don't be like a Chinese sweatshop and demand less quality for less time just so you can make a buck.
No, I think that's a very useful comparison. Like, I think you have to look at the situation, and Activision is looking at the whole gaming industry so much as on the business side, not actually focusing on what's best for the gamers and what's best for the developers, and that's ultimately what we as gamers care most about. But I mean, they see the success of Modern Warfare 2, and obviously it's one of the most successful games of all time at this point. And it's not wrong to want to have another one, but it's wrong to force your developers into making what you want purely for the point of money, and withholding royalties is completely ridiculous. Basically what's happening now is all these people, I mean, the creative heads of Infinity Ward have left, and all the people want to follow them, but the thing is, they want to get their royalty money, so they basically have to choose, like, can I be with the people I want to be around, or do I want to actually get paid for all my hard
$43
work?
million.
Yeah, basically there's going to be one person left at Activision, and he's going to
money.
get a huge royalty.
Like, yeah!
No, there'll be some, like, weird designer who played, like, who made sure that...
Designed one level.
Yeah! He designed, like, the gun.
I came up with the explosion
Or like just
animation.
fixed one glitch or something.
He's gonna be like
Expensive
some
explosion.
like
Expensive
intern beta
explosion.
tester who just like showed up there haphazardly and managed to land some like
The
low
beta
job.
tester, the one who missed all the glitches.
Or just some guy who was just like there. It's like, he was like, hey guys, I brought the sandwiches. No, I think we should maybe do something there.
Sandwich. It's always the sandwich.
Sandwich guy.
Well,
I
the thing that I think is really weird is now there's a big hole in Activision. So Activision publishes games, they make money, they have expectations.
Well,
and
I think they filled that hole now with Bungie.
yeah. So this is what I'm kind of.
moving on.
I want to touch on
I
it.
just want to say one thing. I think what really pissed off Infinity Ward people was when Activision announced that Sledgehammer Games would be developing
Yeah, what is that? They
an
make
action adventure,
Yeah.
not a first-person shooter, Call of Duty that comes out in 2011.
What?
Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
that's
it's ultimately breaking down to Activision is trying to milk the Call of Duty name, which I'm sure it will
which
try to
Bungie
do.
does, and
They-
which
they
every
did that- they did that with-
does, and you have a successful franchise.
They did that with Guitar Hero. I think
Guitar Hero, yeah, Rock Band. It's all
2009 they released like 22 different versions.
Yeah,
of
I know that
the
got
games.
ridiculous.
yeah. Every successful series is getting that. Even like even like Mario games, have they ever really changed the story or added? I mean, it's just
more of the
I'm
same.
not saying it's milking. I'm not saying, but it's just like when you have something successful, you keep doing
Mario's
it.
not about story.
Someone gets captured and you have to save that person.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
So I'm just saying, I mean, in general, when you have a successful franchise, and you can't really blame Infinity Ward for it, but I think in this room we're probably all behind the Infinity Ward people, just considering our status and our points of view.
Because look at what Activision's done. They've done Guitar Hero, they've done Tony Hawk, they've done now Call of Duty. What else are they gonna do?
They take every single one of these franchises is now slowly getting milked. I mean, look at the Tony Hawk series. I mean, I remember playing
All these
that.
things are in the dumpster.
They already announced two more Tony Hawk
Guitar
games.
Hero's in the dumpster. Tony Hawk was in the dumpster.